guys, Thrill TV here, coming back at you again today with a 25 Darkheart Thicket. This week we have some Fortified Storming Bursting action. It's honestly been quite an easy week so far. We've gotten some good keys in this week. So, of course, both here we're pulling everything lusting. We're going to pop all of our cooldowns, obviously. Press the defensive early here. This pack hurts a lot on Fortified. You saw me press Icebound right off the rip. And then go right into our normal rotation. Just cleaving everything down here. Making sure we're kicking, getting stops as much as we can on those screechers. And if you get the leap on you, good luck. Hit a death strike. So you can see our healer leap right there. So we press the rest of our defensive to stay alive here. We pop the health pot. Death striking, obviously, doing pretty much everything you can to stay alive in this first pack. Like I said, it hurts a lot this week. That's why you lost it. A couple tips for the bears. Before they're about to maddening roar, you can obviously AMS and you won't get the roar stacking debuff on you. So definitely pre-AMS the roars if you can. Help out your healer a ton. Don't have to worry about healing you at all. As well as dropping AMCs whenever you can to help out with those roars, because they do hurt quite a bit. Second pack here, 45 seconds are up again, so we're gonna rip those. Try to leave off of the Razor Beaks if you can while getting kicks on the other guys, since they have about twice the HP of the Night Elves. You just saw me right there this week as a Death Knight. Death's Advance you can use to clear Storming, so you don't take any damage from them and you don't get knocked up. So you'll want to be Death's Advancing pretty much on cooldown to clear out Storming to help your fellow melees and your tanks out. So definitely do that. Clear Storming, help your team out quite a bit with that Death Advance. And then, yeah, besides that, we're just cleaving down these guys here. Minute and a half's coming up here. I think we end up saving them for the next pack because we have a pretty big pull coming up next. Do we even pop our 45s here? I hope we do. I guess we don't. I guess we save them for the next one because we have a 2-pull coming up. Probably should have popped them. It probably would be up just about in time for that next pull. But this was the first time we were doing a 25 Darkheart, so I was being a little cautious, wanting to save for the next pull. You know, it's a big one coming in with a bunch of prowlers, so I want to be careful there. These birds seem to be bugging. Let me know in the comments if this has been happening to you as well, but they seem to randomly be flicking last second and just piecing people. It's happened in both of the Darkhearts we did this week. Not exactly sure what's going on there. Let me know if that's been happening to you guys as well. But yeah, now we come into a tool pool here. We were a little confused because usually there's a pack here, right? Last time we did this dungeon, there was a pack here that we double pulled, like standing right there in that little outcropping right there in that grotto. But it wasn't here this time, so we had to pull this other 4-pack instead. I don't know if that's a rotational thing. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, because we just started pulling that recently, so we haven't really paid attention to it before. But I thought it was really weird that that pack wasn't there. So again, if you know why that pack wasn't standing there, please let me know. Because usually we pull that, or we want to pull that in any route that we're doing, but it just wasn't there. So like I said, we popped everything here. We popped minute and a half, we popped 45s. Our mage accidentally pulled this because he blinked, and then they reset because the mage died and didn't get combat with anyone else, I guess. But we then cage grip this guy in. It gets a little messy right here. The beginning of this dungeon right here was probably the messiest part of the dungeon for us. Everything else goes pretty smoothly after here, but yeah, with that guy popping in there, our healer died, or our healer doesn't die, but he's very preoccupied right here. So I actually don't get a dispel, and I blow up. 585k, didn't get dispelled. If I was paying attention, I probably could have. I found a Wishborn up. I probably should have popped those. But honestly, at the moment, I was actually just kind of trying to think about killing the pack and surviving, because that pack was a little scuffed. But there you go. That's what happens if you don't get dispelled there. Fun fact. Make our little run back here. Realize my mount can't fit through here. Dismount. End up mounting up again. I probably should have just ran, but whatever. And now we're back at the pack is dead. So moving on. See, right here you can see me looking. Normally, that pull number 3 right there, we want to pull those. Those bears in that pack were missing. And I have no idea why. Oh, hello, Millie. I want to say hi. Say hello. So yeah, usually we would pull the patrol with this pack. But for some reason, the pack wasn't there. Or the other pack wasn't there, so we had to pull the patrol with something we didn't want to pull with. So yeah. We're now moving into, we just have to 2-pull this, unfortunately. Normally we would have it with that pad, so it's like a 4 or 5 pull. But it is what it is. Finish that off, we wait for Bursten to drop here. We're going to invis pot these bears, because a double bear pull on Fortified. Good luck. That would do a lot of damage. So we just end up invis skipping past it. We run to the right here just to make sure when we come out of invis we don't pull those bears. You should be fine if you stand there, but I didn't really want to try it. Hi Millie, what's up? This is Millie, everyone. Coming into this boss, we're going to hit it with everything. We have all of our cooldowns, including army, so popping everything off the rip here. Always make sure to stand behind this boss. You don't want to eat this tank frontal. That'll just absolutely demolish you. Final rampage right there. Don't eat that. Besides that, make sure you're clearing stormings. These abominations, swap them ASAP, leave them down, get them dead. Change them if you can. Use any CC you can on them to try to get them to spread the least amount of red puddles on the ground as possible. On Fortified, it's not as much of an issue, but on Tyrannical, your entire room's going to end up looking red if you're not careful with those. As DK, obviously grip them together so you can be cleaving them down. Okay, Millie, you're good. Make sure to cleave them down. Like that. You see we death grip them in. We Chaos Nova, we Hammer of Justice one. And then we're just going to cleave them down. Girl, chill. Good girl. And yeah, that was it. On to the boss we go. Again, cleaving boss down. Our single target rotation is very simple. You're just dumping death coils, and that's pretty much it. Keeping up your Plaguebringer buff, keeping up your Defile. And that's pretty much all you got. Again, Abomination's coming out. Teamy chains both of them. Teamy drop a Defile. Leave some Scourge Strikes on them. Some Epidemics. I haven't really figured out if I want to be Epidemicing the 3 targets there, or if I want to just Death Coil single target them and kill them faster. Probably should just be Death Coil single targeting them, honestly, because they're very high priority. I think even in this dungeon right here, I swapped between Death Coiling and Epidemicing. I couldn't make up my mind, but I've made up my mind now. I think I'm just going to be Death Coiling them. And now, lower than 10%, we're probably just going to focus down boss here, not really worry about these ads. Yeah, we hodge that one. And we're just single targeting boss down here now. Drop Sabi hands to kind of keep them together. I instinctively went for the B-res there. I should not have done that. We should have saved it since the boss is dead. Also just took it really late, so it's a little bit of a mistake right there. You don't really want to B-res someone if the boss has like 4% HP and everyone else is healthy. Moving into some Dryad packs. Oh, you want to come back up? Yeah. Oh. Alright, well, these dogs saying hi to this dungeon. Alright, like I was saying, Dryad packs. This pull's not too much to worry about. The Poison Spear, you probably could create AMS it and knock out the dot on you. Not sure, haven't tried. Haven't really paid too much attention to the cast going off. Just single pull, so not really too much to worry about. The Root Bursts, you can grip them to stop the burst. You can blind them to stop the burst, so do all the above. I'm usually saving grips for Dryads jumping out of packs in this area, so usually not gripping these guys. Usually I'll rip a blind if we get more than 2 of them together and they start casting Root Bursts. You can also defeat like you just saw him do right there. Into our Keeper pack, we have Army here. This is good. So we're going to Army and single target this Keeper down. If you don't know, the Keeper constantly heals the Blossoms, so you want to single target him down before you can start cleaving down the Blossoms. Got some mushrooms. I ran the wrong way. We got to take a nice little detour. These mushrooms, I don't know if they'll one-shot you. They'll probably one-shot you if you don't have AMS, so don't be hit by them. You saw me right there, death gripping in the Dryads to ensure that we are cleaning them down as much as possible. That's a really important thing you can do as a Death Knight here. Always make sure you're death gripping those Dryads in. Because again, they really don't like to be near you. They jump around all the time. And now into another pack here with a bunch of Blossom Dryad. Paint those ones in. Root Burst going out. Oh, Demon Hunter got hit by that one. Oopsies. Luckily, we respawn right here. And then we're just cleaving down here. We had, what did we have for that pull? We had 45s in 2 minutes for that pull, so that was good. And then it looks like we're going to have 45s and the halves for the next pull, which is even better because there's 2 keepers in the next pack. We're going to want to get this out pretty quickly here. But again, just going through a normal rotation here. You see me clearing out Stormings right there with my Death Advance. Again, do that as much as possible. And then here we'll just finish off. Awesome. A couple more death boils. Wow, that they should fit here. The only reason we're not chaining is because if we did, they'd probably get full HP from the 2 keepers. So, run in, file, off our minute and a half 45s, get our Plaguebringer back up here, and now we're just cleaving. We're hitting our Epidemic. Actually, no, sorry, we're hitting our Death Boils. Because Epidemicing would just adding. So you want to Death Boil these 2 keepers down as fast as possible. There's not really much point in Epidemicing unless you're just trying to pad numbers, which at this level you don't really want to pad. You want to get some priority damage out. So as you can see, 1 keeper dead, dodge mushrooms. I take mana right here, I'm like, why risk that? Oh, I end up taking the long route. I can hit an Epidemic right there. Reapply some plagues on the run over. And now the keepers are dead, so we're going to chain this into the next Dryad pack. Because these blossoms themselves aren't really that much of a problem. The only things that hurt here are the Dryads and the keepers. So you can chain blossoms together all day long. I know some people, there's some soothe tech that some people use to not pull any keepers and just pull the flowers. We haven't really tried that tech yet, but we may in the future. We'll see. But again, we're just here cleaving all these guys down. Like I said, very easy pack, not too much to worry about here. Just dodging swirlies on the ground, death advancing any of these Stormings that we can, and just cleaving everyone down with our normal rotation here. Nothing too specific or tips to throw out here besides always death gripping in the Dryad to stay cleaving. These blossoms should go down and we'll move into the next pack, which do not underestimate this next pull. This pull actually really hurts on higher keys. The Nightmare guys. Hi. Trying to lick my chin again. Alright, on to our Nightmare Dwellers now. We will start here. I think we're going to pop min and a half here as well. Yes, do good. Grip in this Dweller that's walking in. Our Mage ends up lusting this. And we're going to cleave him down. I noticed that we have 1 over there. I told our tank. It looks like we wait to pull until a little bit later. You can use anything here to stop these. You can grip, you can blind, you can pet stun, you can kick. All of the above. So be using all of your CC you can to make sure those fears don't go out. If you do get feared, you can Lichborn out of it, obviously. So worst case, you get feared and you Lichborn, but you hopefully should not be getting feared. You should be stopping all of those fears from going out with your group. Just make sure you're rotating your CC accordingly. This was in a pug. It was just me and the tank and 3 pugs, and we managed to coordinate CC well enough where we didn't overlap anything and no fears got out. So obviously very doable in a pug. On to Oakheart. A couple DK things here. We'll talk about them when they come up. The Shattered Earth does count as magic damage, so you can AMS that completely and pretty much negate all of it. You'll always want to be rotating a defensive when Shattered Earth goes out. You saw right there it did natty like 60k or 60% on a Fortified. So on Fortified, especially on Tyrannicals, pop a defensive every time that's going out. Like I said, it's magic, so you can AMZ it, you can AMS it. So yeah, you have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus health bod. You got 5 plus death strikes. You got 5 plus defensives to use on that. So by the time you rotate through all those, you'll have AMS again. So you should never be in trouble when a Shattered Earth goes out. You might want to save a defensive, specifically if you get Crushing Grip on you. So maybe don't press your Icebound to your Lichborn, maybe rotate in an AMS for the Shattered Earth. Because you're going to want a big defensive if you get gripped. On this pull, I do not end up getting gripped, so nothing to worry about there. But just keep that in the back of your mind to save a defensive for grip, especially on Tyrannical weeks. And as far as Death Knight tips there, that's pretty much all I have for this boss. Obviously, you could grip together the saplings when they come out to help your tank out. Cleave them down. I do Epidemic here, just because those saplings, they're annoying for the tank. On Tyrannicals, they'll definitely be hurting more. So we want to do as much overall as we can to cleave those guys down. Interested why I didn't put down a Defile there to cleave them. Maybe I end up saving it right here for once I have army. As you can see, my cooldowns are almost fully lined up here. 10 seconds to a minute and a half. I ripped everything anyways. Once those come up, I'll hit them again, obviously. I stupidly stepped into roots right there. Got Death Knight. Shattered Earth as well, but we AMS'd it. You saw it didn't even break through AMS's shield. On a Fortified, that is. On a Tyrannical, it would. But we were safe because we AMS'd it. Barely broke the shield and we were fine. Saplings coming out. Here we do end up to 5 cleaving them. Good job. As well as just Epidemicing, and we had Slapping Hands. We had 2 minutes right there, so that was good. Those saplings went down pretty quickly. Boss at 6%. Do we press 45s? I don't think we do. We're holding them for the next area. See the boss are dead. By the time I would have pressed those 3 globals, I probably would have lost a lot of value out of my 45s. So held them there. 6% boss, that's okay. Tyrannical, I maybe would have pressed it, but 4 to 5, not really worried. Moving into these slimes, when these guys die, they blow up on high fortifieds. These things hurt. Obviously, you can AMS it and you're perfectly fine. Drop an AMZ down for your group. That'll help with 1 pack of them if your healer doesn't have a defensive. I pressed AMZ for this or AMS for this first group. The next pack, I believe I AMZ it. See right there how low we got just from a combination of bursting and those guys dying, but we popped 45s on them as well. Maybe should have held for the big guy. Maybe not. Fine. He's going down quickly anyways. Trying to figure out, we're at the point now in these higher keys where the timers are starting to get tighter. I'm trying to figure out where to pop on certain packs and where not to. With a Demon Hunter, okay, because they always have damage, but I'm trying to kind of min-max my own damage, each key specifically on these higher keys now. Well, more to come on that in future videos. I don't know why I keep looking at my mic instead of my camera. These guys, obviously, you can blind, grip, or kit Metamorphosis. Do that. Another big slime group here. Like I said, I believe this one I AMZ for our healer, so that he has cooldowns for boss. Let's see, looks like we do. Beautiful. Get a Death Strike to top myself off right there before the rest go off. And as you can see, we took a hell of a lot less damage from that one than we did from the first one. Bad timing on the patrol. I cannot believe Avenger's Shield did not just pull him. It hit the guy right next to him. But we end up actually doing this right in the boss, so I cancel my Defile. And my slow Death Knight, like, slowly march my way over there. I hit a Death's Advance, just to be sure the patrol didn't come back and get me. I don't think it was necessary. Kind of sucks I don't have it for a downdraft on this boss now, but this Mage proc right there, that's unfortunate right before boss. Anyways, moving into boss, Demon Hunter accidentally pulled. Hit a couple death coils right here so we can get our army up for all of our cooldowns. We get it, we pop absolutely everything. A lot of DK things on this boss. Obviously you can Death's Advance the downdraft, the Earth-Shaking Roar. You have a billion defenses, rotate one of those every single time it goes out. Definitely want to be pre-defensiving that one. That Roar definitely hurts. What do I hit here? I hit a Lichborn right there. Wow, that does a lot of damage. This is a Fortified, remember. Tyrannical. That's a white probably Tyrannical. Maybe. So maybe more than Lichborn and a Tyrannical key right there. Maybe Lichborn and a barrier or Lichborn and an AMZ, not really sure. As you can see, like 80% of me there. So we definitely need to be careful of that roar. Got a nice little PI right when 45 seconds. That was some perfect timing from the healer who I'm not bombed with. Coming up next, we have another downdraft. Our ranged, we're baiting that roar out there really nicely. We have that's advance for this one. We actually don't even need it. We end up keeping full uptime anyways. Right there at the very end. We have a barrier here. I don't think we pressed an AMZ to be safe, or AMS to be safe, but as you saw, it didn't even break the shield. Could have been because barrier. Maybe without barrier, that breaks AMS's shield. So just all data points for you guys to know how much it hits to reach defensive on a 25. And then just keep the cost down again. Downdraft. We hit our death advance right here. Hit 45 seconds a little bit ago. This boss was still like 15-20% at that point. Dropped an AMZ for this roar. That helped quite a bit, as you saw. And then just finishing off the boss. Now we'll hold our 2 minutes for next pull, obviously. No point to pop them with 3% of the boss's HP left. 1% and dead. Mount up and head to the last little gauntlet of Darkheart. A lot of magic damage going out here. He hitting AMS and hitting AMZ kind of whenever here. These guys do hurt. Again, this is our first 25. We were kind of feeling out the damage a little bit. We single pull this. Maybe could double pull it in the future if we're on top of stops. Maybe not. We'll see. Here we pop our 45s though. Popped our 2 minutes. As you can see, I definitely thought I popped Rune Weapon right here, but did not, which is unfortunate. But now our 2 minutes are desynced. Not good. Bad Death Knight. Moving into the 4 pull. This one was a little awkward because we didn't really have any buttons up. Don't remember if we end up popping our 45s once they come up or not. We were holding 1.5 minutes for when those come up. It's looking like we're going to end up holding them for about 40% when they come up. Yeah, it looks like we do hold them. Because I know that we were going to double pull the next pull and I wanted all of my damage for next pull. And like, we have a Demon Hunter, he's popping every time anyway, so it's fine. Finish off this stock, we'll be able to pull into the next area. Like I said, we double pull this. It was a little dangerous, little suspect. The bats hurt. And this next big pull also hurts. So definitely a little sus. We have everything except for slappy hands, so we end up popping everything. On the way up, probably should have held till we got to the top. But I want to start getting damage out. So like I said, a lot of stops here. Curses of Desolation, Shadow Bolts, Fire Bolts. Sadly overlapped Blind and Chaos Nova right there. That was unfortunate. Use your grips, use your kicks, use your pet stuns, use your blinds. Anything you can to stop as many of these as you can. We survived pretty okay here. As you can see, just Firebolts going out does a lot of damage to people. So don't underestimate anything in this pull, even little imps. Little imps will get you in the back sometimes. Yeah. That's dead now. And we will hold everything until we get to boss. On boss, a lot of DK tech here. Oh, we lost the healer at the end right there, that's unfortunate. I missed a kick on the last 2 guys, which is funny. We got everything else. This boss, lost an AMZ on the phase, obviously. I think we also dome the phase here just for more defensives, because that phase hurts a lot. Nightmare Explosion he does on the phase. But besides that, we pop everything else on pull here. A lot of magic damage going out here, so again, AMSing pretty much on cooldown here.
I will break.
Drop our Defile, get our Plaguebringer rolling. Light, PT, Unholy, everything. Pop it all. Pop a pot here too. No, looks like we're gonna save pot for Lust. Is okay. Here, obviously, Growing Paranoia is a pain as a Death Knight because of melee. So that's going out on him. I actually believe he gets every single one here. We don't have to worry about it, but we do have a little bit. We don't want to get hit by it, so. here we are, just leaving boss out. If you get feed the weak on you, definitely AMS it. That hurts a lot. You get the dot on you, AMS it. Or Lichborn. Use any of your defensives. Paranoia again on the Demon Hunter. Boss is 68% here. We pop 45 seconds anyways, even though we have 17% until we get lost. There's feed the weak, I AMS it. Absorb some of that damage for your healer, so don't worry about it. Nightmare Bolt goes out on me. That hurts. I didn't have Runic Power for a Death Strike immediately either, which was unfortunate, but we got topped off there. I think we got wogged from our Paladin and healed there, so that was nice. I have Silence on me. Demon Hunter has Paranoia. To dodge him. Leaving down here, looks like we're going to have army backup for Lust, which is great. Nightmare Bolt's going out. We're holding our AMZ, waiting until phase to use that. Always use your AMZ on phase. Help your team out here. Paranoia on the Demon Hunter one more time. We drop a dome. Drop an AMZ. We lost. Have army. We have everything except for our 2 minutes. That's beautiful. Pop everything. Pop our battle pots. And start going to town. AMS there. We were sitting low for a little bit there, so we print an AMS. And then continuing to cleave down boss. Just damage boss. Use our Death Advancer to clear up some stormings. Definitely try to be clearing out stormings in this phase. There's a lot of stuff on the ground here, so you want to do that. Got the Dispel on us right there. Healer Dispel is pretty quick though. Being careful of paranoias, making sure you're getting in circles so your ranged guys aren't silenced if they're near you. This poor guy over here had to go on a trip, run over to him to help him. And then boss only got 5% left here. 45 seconds up again, slam those. Dodging swirlies, dodging paranoias. Staying in circles. As you saw, we never got a paranoia on us. That was great. So there we have it, guys. 25 Darkheart timed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch us over on Twitch. We're streaming more now, once or twice a week. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and as always, have a great time. I believe, actually, this key also got me to 3,200. So that's a new milestone for us, 3,200 on the season, which is great. So anyways, yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Thanks for popping in.